morning, everyone. Welcome to the Visual Learner Study Club, session 1. We're going to wait a few minutes before Roro and I are going to start to have everyone assemble. And I see some very familiar handles, not necessarily PFPs. You guys are changing your PFPs like underwear, seriously. Okay. But yeah, let's give it a few seconds. Rohan, are you prepared?
Yeah. Okay. It's the worst day for my internet to give up on me, but I'm trying my best.
You're gonna prevail, I know.
Okay. I hope you can hear me still.
Yeah. I can hear you very well. I think maybe it was really just the video sharing. That's you.
Am I audible still?
Huh? What?
Oh, am I not audible?
No, I can hear you. Rohan? Oh, he left. Rohan, you're back?
Yeah, I think I'm joining from my mobile because my Wi-Fi isn't doing well.
Okay. Just to be on the safe side. Sounds good. Hey, guys.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah? Rohan?
Yeah, this should be fine.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. I mean, look at the silver lining. You can do this in your bed if you want, and no one will know. Look at the silver lining. Okay. Let's give it one more minute, just to be safe, so we don't miss out on too many opportunities.
Sorry?
Yeah?
Just a remark. I can't hear Rohan.
Oh, you cannot?
Even now? Can you not hear me?
You cannot hear him even now?
Even now.
That's strange. I should leave and come back then, yeah?
Yeah, also you might have to check push to talk. You know how they did this new invention where something is set to...
Others can hear me. People are texting me, they can hear me.
Oh, Hibiscus cultivar can hear Rohan fine.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
Hi Stella, hi Roro. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you well.
Okay.
Nice. Good morning, Mark. What's up?
Hey, I made it.
Woohoo! You made it.
Excited. Yeah,
Thank
very
you for
excited.
coming. Yeah. No, we're also excited. We're excited to have you guys here. Okay, so I guess we should start. What do you think, Rohan? You good with starting?
Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. We
cool.
waited. Yeah.
So let me share my screen. We have a few very basic things also planned for today. So if you know, great. But for those who might not know, I think this is something we should do. So basic things, I mean, giving you a slight intro into Discord and where you can find everything in Discord, but also for Notion, right? This is something we want to go through. We also want to go through what is the Visual Learners Club, what are you here to do, and how we will approach this whole topic. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to focus on today, and starting next week we're really going to dive in. Going to dive in hard. So be prepared next week, okay? So yeah, welcome to the Visual Learners Study Club by Rohan and myself. We really want to quickly share a few things about ourselves because we think it's just fair that you guys know who we are. Also, be aware this session is being recorded, right? So if you don't feel comfortable with it, then rather stick to, watching the recordings. I will record all of this, obviously, since the session is recorded. But make sure you only feel comfortable of speaking and showing yourselves under that kind of condition, right? So the agenda for today... Yeah?
Can you go screen?
I can hear you.
Can you go full screen?
Yes, I think I can. Someone wants to help me to find out how. How can I do this in Adobe la? Spreadsheet, split, minimize, tile, cascade, new window. View. Full screen mode.
Okay, let's.
Woohoo! Good?
Nice.
Visible?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are all good, right? Everyone sees the stream, everyone sees the presentation. Okay. Otherwise, I have the chat up on the other side. So bug me if you don't see something. Okay, so first we want to go with a little intro of ourselves, but then we also want to know a little bit about you guys. Then we will tell you a little bit about what is Token Engineering Academy and what is TE Fundamentals and what you can expect from the Visual Learners Study Club. And we will go to what is your homework, and this was my dog rudely interrupting. What is your homework for next week, and what will we do next week, right? Okay, so starting, there's a saying in Germany that you should never start talking about yourself first, rather about others, but I guess in this case we make an exception. So I'm Stella Achenbach. I do come from Germany. I've been living in Peru for the past 5 years, in Lima, which is the capital city. I'm the founder of a project called Alana the Web3 Girl, which is a virtual avatar project. So I come very much from the creative side of things, which is also kind of the inspiration for the Visual Learner Study Club. I am on board of a few different projects. I've had my fair share of experiences so far with different DAO setups, which has been very inspiring and interesting. And the Pablo Picasso quote, "I'm always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it." This is essentially what brought me into token engineering. I'm very curious for this new discipline since I saw many things that overlap with design and how we approach product design. And yeah, so I'm super curious about everything we will learn here and essentially grow together. Just so you guys are aware of this, neither Rohan nor myself are completely we're not token engineers, right? So we are facilitating those meetings for you in order that we can learn and grow together. We will break down stuff with and for you, but the actual learning, the actual, completing the course will be on you. You can ask questions in the chat, also technical questions if you have them, because gladly, we can, not we directly, but the mentors in token engineering will provide the support to answer those questions, right? But I need you guys to be aware that none of us are yet token engineers. We are at the same stage as everyone else here in the server, learning and growing together. What? The avatar looks just like me? No, that's not true. Okay. And next up is Rohan. You want to take it away, Rohan?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi guys, I'm Rohan Mehta. I'm from Bombay, but I'm living in Bangalore right now. I've worked as a data science manager in the past, and my academic background is in physics and electronics. For me, the motivation to join Stella with the Visual Learner Study Group was mainly because in my professional experience, I learned that it was crucial to understand how to visually depict data and concepts and insights to different stakeholders. And visual tools were the best methods for me to explain the insights that I got from my data science work. So the second I heard that she had an idea for Visual Learner Study Group, it just clicked with me. It made sense that the best way to learn a new topic, especially as vast and complex as token engineering, would be a visual approach. So I'm a study group host with Stella here. We are not a part of TE Academy, but we are your peers and we are going to learn together. The quote I chose here was by Charles Darwin. It's a quote written, "I am dying by inches from not having anybody to talk to about insects." It's a silly quote, but I feel like it really embodies the curiosity and the need of a human to share the stuff that we've learned. And I feel like it captures the spirit of me in this place too. We can move to the next slide, Stella. Right, and also like I do want to say something though. When we are introducing, so we want you guys to introduce yourselves, but it'll be, you can use this template to kind of follow through, but you can also do it on your own. Like you can decide what you want to say. Please be sure that you're comfortable with what you're sharing, because this session will be recorded. Stella, you can pass it on to others, because I can't see the screen right now.
Oh, you cannot see the screen. Okay. So what's your name or handle, right? If you feel comfortable enough, where are you located and what is your background? Why are you here? What are your expectations? And if you can make a wish for our club, what would it be? So I will just go ahead, guys, and randomly pick people from the crowd. So be prepared to be picked, right? I'm going to start actually in a very simple order that I see on screen. P1 minus A2. You want to share a few words about yourself? It's like 1, 2. Yeah. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so Arun is a Christian from Nigeria, blockchain researcher, and so I'm going to see the order. So I'm here to learn about tokenomics, token engineering, to better understand my token research. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to get out of this, but I expect some certain individuals feel like experience out of this. So hoping to find something like tangible, because from the 10 token engineering sounds interesting enough for me to want to do it. So yeah, that's much about me.
Thanks, Chris. Apostle of Finance, you want to go next? I'm always like, in my mind, I'm counting down to 5. Okay, Apostle of Finance, you're on.
Hi. Good afternoon. My name is Tumishi Olaoluwa. From Nigeria, and I am a token advocate and also a researcher in the Web3 space. Yeah, so with regards to token engineering, I look to building a career in token engineering, particularly token design. And being amongst us, I believe, community is everything. Get to learn and share, and that's why I'm here.
Nice, thanks for the intro, Apostle of Finance. Banana Chain, you're on. Sorry, once more for everyone.
So on the spot then. Yes, hello everybody. Enjoy being here. I'm located in Germany, and my background is in law. So not the typical tech background that would probably fit better to the course, but I'm very much involved in DAOs, and as is the nature of DAOs, it all spins around tokens and everything that is related to that. And I'm hoping to get some more understanding of the technical aspects that pertain to that. Yes, I'm hoping to have a more visual approach, because I'm more focused on writing and letters, less on figures and formulas. So that's my expectation for joining the Visual Learners group. Thanks a lot.
Sounds very good and reasonable, Banana Chain. Diamond D, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello, how are you all?
Hi.
And my name is Mohammed. I'm from New York City. I've been actually just a conventional developer for the last year or so after having a complete career change, but I've always been interested in crypto and crypto economic systems for quite a while now. And just up until now, it's just been reading and interest in it. But luckily for token engineering, they've introduced this course. So I'm very much excited to be here, especially the aspects of learning it visually and applying all of the dreams that's going on in my head with regards to token engineering. Thank you.
That sounds very nice. Thank you, Diamondy. Hibiscus cultivar, you're on.
Hi guys, boys and girls. My name is Hibiscus Cultivar and I'm based in London. My background is in traditional finance of sort of private equity and equity investors. So token is of a token valuation is a prime interest. Just trying to gain a better understanding of how all this works. Yeah, nice to meet you all.
Great having you on board. Thank you for the introduction. Iconoclast. Your PFP is super scary, but nonetheless, please introduce yourself. Iconoclast, I'm counting back to 5. At least in my head. I think they cannot unmute or they don't want to. That is totally fine. Jose K. Or Jose K.
Also, people who can't unmute can also type it out on chat if you want to.
Yeah, very true. Thank you for that, Rohan. Jose, can you unmute? And if not, just go ahead and write. I know you, but for everyone else, a little intro in the chat would be really nice. Oh yeah, no problem, Iconoclast. Just if you can, write a little bit about yourself in the chat. Kaleverse, what's up? Can you unmute?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I can mute myself. So I'm Rand. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm taking Web3 building full-time right now because I'm truly passionate about the space. I'm a Web3 researcher, specifically interested and passionate about governance design and tokenomic engineering. The way how incentives are structured and how tokens are designed, I think is a really interesting thing. And yeah, I've been actively researching this topic, and I'd like to know more about token engineering. So this is why I'm here today, and looking forward to learn with you all.
Thank you for the intro. Welcome to the club. Kojak.
Yeah.
You want to introduce yourself? What?
Yeah, no, yeah, this is Jose K. Like,
Ah,
I'm from,
hi.
Yeah, hi, hello.
You're
So,
very
I'm
quiet. Can you?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Is
much
it
better.
clear?
Much better. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm from, Chennai, India. Basically, I'm an economist, financial engineer, and I've been in this particular thing for almost around 4 years. But basically, I take a kind of a different approach to this whole thing. It's not a technical approach. I think Stella is quite aware of what this whole thing is about. And what really excited me is about her statement saying that it's not only the creative aspects, but also surfacing what is there in the non-STEM areas of the token engineering flower. That really excites me. And basically, I'm writing a paper called Flipping the Token Engineering Flower for this thing, saying that there's a tremendous need for actually bringing out the non-STEM aspects of this thing. Because in most of our interactions, when you're trying to tackle problems, it's not the technical aspects which actually comes to the forefront, but the human aspects for this thing. And that's, so there's a lot, I mean, I can go on and on this, but let's take it up much later. But that's my stance. Thank you, Stella. Thanks, Rohan. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for the intro, Jose. And yeah, agreed. We had a little bit of a talk before this. Lutra, you want to say a few words now that everyone is here?
Sure. Hi there. My name's Niels, or Lutra, if you like. It's up to you. I'm from Berlin, Germany. Well, I'm professor of economics. That's my regular job. And since 1.5 years, I got into this whole crypto space, and I really like. And I think it's a fascinating new way of organize and work together. I'm interested from a scientific perspective, of course, new money, new ways to create money supply and demand. So that's interesting on the one hand side. And on the other hand, I would like to run my own cooperative and intend, well, to start a DAO. And that's one of another reason why I like to join the course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the intro, Lutra. Now we're like very honored because Mark made it to our humble study group. Mark is the host of Back to Basics and Machinations. I'm sure some of you already know him. But nonetheless, Mark, would you give us the honors of a little introduction?
Very flattering stuff. Thank you. So, hi everyone. I'm Mark. I'm based in Bristol, United Kingdom. A little bit about my background. So straight from school, I went into electrical engineering. Hated it because I was kind of stuck in a factory with my head in a power control panel, wiring looms. Wasn't as glamorous as I was told it was going to be. So I guess I've spent most of my adult life creating businesses and entrepreneurship. I stumbled into crypto 2015, 2016, Bitcoin. It changed the course of my life, basically. Learning about Bitcoin's economy and tokenomics held a mirror up to the current financial system, and I was quite horrified at the state of things, basically, and the conditions and the kind of financial conditions that we live in, and how unfair it all was, or all is still. So then I discovered Ethereum, and I became a founder in the space. I created Rendar.org, which my other passions are collecting street art. Just helping onboard street artists into the Web3 space, creating NFTs, which is quite timely because it's around the time of kind of the government lockdowns, and I helped a good few of them, create a whole new revenue stream from NFTs, which is still going today, which I'm quite proud of. It was a great experience. I'm also a member of various other DAOs in the space. I guess most notably is the C Club incubator, which I guess acts for an accelerator for DAOs and their social tokens, which is a great insight into that space. And I guess what motivates me, I guess it's the kind of opportunity, as I said earlier, to kind of participate in and create crypto offers the opportunity to create a much fairer economic system that promises to kind of benefit the majority and not the minority. So I guess that's why I'm here. And as Stella said, I'm also a host of 2 other study groups, Back to Basics and Machinations, which Stella is co-host, and she just keeps things running so smooth. Stella is the real power behind the throne of those two.
Okay. Fine. But thank you, Mark. Okay.
Nice to have you here, Mark.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
The smooth operator. Oh my God, I got so many new nickname handle ideas. In fact, maybe I should really change my handle. Thank you, Mark.
So what are my expectations of visual learners? It's, you know what, I just know it's going to be great because you and Rohan are involved, and as Kojak said earlier, just to kind of, or maybe what you said yourself, is to kind of explore the kind of non-STEM areas, because the so the TA did a survey, 40%. Only 40% had a computer science background. Okay, that's the biggest chunk, but at least 60% without a computer science background. What are we going to do with these people? So I guess you're here to kind of answer that question, aren't you? So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Mark. Seeker, you want to unmute yourself? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yeah, hi.
Great. So first of all, thank you, Stella. And thank you, Rohan, for organizing this group. Yeah, my name is Pravar. I am based in India, currently based in Pune, which is Western India. And I am an ex-founder in clean tech. I've been doing freelance projects since last year and a half. I'm new to the Web3 space and quite fascinated and interested, intrigued by it, and especially quite interested in getting deeper into token engineering space. Why I'm here, actually, I'd like to go back to Stella's quote about doing something what you not able to do to learn how to do it. So personally, I'm not a very visual person. I'm a bit more on the textual side or technical side. So I'm here to, basically see how the visual approach goes and maybe learn something, enhance myself, and of course, learn along the whole process. Yeah, that's about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Seeker. Very nice to have you. Shubhada. Shubhada?
Shubhadaya. Hi.
Shubhada. Hi.
I'm having a little bit of network issues. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you're audible. I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm Shubhada. I'm from Bengaluru. My academic background is humanities actually. So I did theater, English, and psychology. I am not at all tech savvy. This is a completely new area for me. But I'm very curious to know about this area because, I had a friend from commerce background once explained to me how token engineering can help us build a more equitable society and decentralized economic system, and I think those kinds of things. I think because of that I'm curious to know more about it, and Rohan told me that it's very non-techie people friendly. So I was like, okay. And thank you for running this, Stella and Rohan.
Yes, you're very welcome. And yeah, definitely, like I said, I have a design background, so definitely not very techy. But yeah, getting there, it's like you have to take those things step by step. And I'm sure everyone in here will just do fine getting there. Top Hat, you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Pola. I'm a AI research assistant. I'm working mostly in the fields of computer vision and deep learning. I was very curious about token economics, and in my experience, when I've tried to find more information, I found that things are very hazy. So I figured it would be a good way to find out information in a structured manner through the group that you guys are doing. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Nice to have you guys.
Huh?
Yeah.
Rohan?
No, I'm just saying, nice to have you, Pola.
Yeah. True. Uriel, you wanna? Oh.
Yeah, sure. Is my sound okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. So my name is Zahar. Uriel is like a second name. I'm located in Haifa and for the time being of 2 or 3 weeks in Moscow. My main background is in mechanical engineering and a bit of consulting, I guess. And in the last 2 years, I've been engaged as a co-founder of an Ethereum startup. We're doing derivative pools, kind of like on Ethereum, and all these got me pretty interested in game theory and mechanism design, and by extension in token engineering. So pretty excited to be here and glad to see everyone. And as I'm more of a visual learner, mostly excited in the visual learners group, and was amazed to find it. Thanks Stella and Rohan. Cheers everyone.
Thank you, Uriel. And lastly, Visha Patil, is that your name?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, Stella. Yeah. Hello, yeah. This is Vishal. I'm from Delhi. I recently graduated and currently working at a crypto startup. And as part of my job, we're trying to create a social token for the greater economy, and that's when we started looking around. That's how we found about the K Academy. And I think the token is like very powerful thing that what are the players that they are in the ecosystem, we can get them what we want to do using the token. So yeah, looking forward to learn with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Rohan, you wanted to add something? Can you see the slides again?
Yes, I can see the slides. I'm on my laptop now, so it's fine. My internet is fine now.
Okay, perfect. I was wondering, should we quickly go over Discord and Notion, or first do the other the next few slides and then go to it?
I think the next few slides, and then we can go explain. In the last section, we can explain, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what is TEA, Token Engineering Academy? Right, it's the online community you're already dialed into. TEA Academy, as you guys know, because this is why you're here, has built the first comprehensive education and certificate program in token engineering. Last Monday, some of you know that too, the first module, like preview model of that course was launched. We will provide you the link, don't stress. They are here to develop this new engineering discipline, set new standards, right, and make this an official thing. Educate aspiring token engineers and grow the number of token engineers in crypto, and create new Web3 value flows for education and research. Rohan?
Yeah, so I can take this up, yeah. So the course that we're doing is TE Fundamentals. So we are a part of study group called Visual Learner Study Group, and we are going to go through the course material of the TE Fundamentals course. This is the first comprehensive education and certification program in token engineering. So Token Engineering Academy is the academy, and we are doing the course called Token Engineering Fundamentals. It's important to note that the entire program is completely free. There's no cost for examinations, nothing at all. All the material will be free too. You can learn at your own pace, although it is recommended to, after October, when the entire module will be launched. We've said it will take about 4 months to finish the coursework. But our study group plans to finish it in 3 months, and it's up to debate. We'll decide based on how well we can execute it. You can do the course without the study group itself, by the way. But it would be, like, at least for me, it's better to have a community to learn and grow together with, which is why we are doing this. And our goal, the goal of TE Fundamentals is to unite people from different disciplines with the same goal of building token engineering as a discipline itself. Because it's such a new, it's been, I think, 2 years old from what I understand. So building this discipline will be something that we do along with learning. Yep. Also, Stella, I think we should add also that I think October 14th is when the course will be launched in DevCon, is from what I understand.
And October 12th, but
12th,
yeah, definitely around that time it will be officially launched, and all 5 modules will be available to you.
Yeah, so we can go through the first module right now. I think by the end of this session we will do that. Yeah, you can take this, Stella.
You know, this was just, like the Token Engineering Academy website has a lot of great values, but this was the one that kind of stood out to us. The goal of token engineering is to design and create token economic systems that are robust against exploits, unintended consequences, and cascade failures in order to protect and empower users. So like how we set up economic systems, this is why I personally always feel very biased of those ready-to-make DAO tools, right? Or ready-to-use DAO tools, because none of them were intended for the use in a specific community. And this is kind of what got me personally also more interested in how are token economic systems being designed. So this is why this quote specifically stood out to us. But if you go on the Token Engineering website, I'm sure there's much more valuable things to read and to, relate to from your side. So yeah, those are the 5 modules that will be released during DEF CON. So if anyone is going to come to DEF CON, I'm going to be there. I got a ticket I'm not sure how I deserve it, but someone gifted me a ticket. So if anyone wants to come and say hi, this is the opportunity. So module 1 will be all about the introduction to token engineering. This will also be your first homework to get into. Module 1 is about the engineering process and the discovery phase. So understanding, I would assume, how you would even approach designing a crypto economic system or an economic system. Module 3 will be about the token engineering process design phase. So how do you make everything connect, right? If your economic system essentially ends in, in nowhere land, right? So the last step of your economic system just accumulates a token endlessly, then inevitably it will, grow into inflation. So that's probably not the idea. So the design phase, I would assume, is mostly about, how do you make this into a sustainable loop, right? So a system that keeps feeding itself as well, and the people who are part of it. Module 4 is about the engineering process and deployment phase. And yes, that will require programming. I know I'm scared of it too, but we can do this. If you guys don't know where to start with this, just DM me, right? That will be fine. It will be fine. There are really great books that I was advised to start with, and it's not easy to implement this in my daily workflow, but I'm doing it, and so can you, right? So keep it cool, like you guys can do this. And the last phase is introduction to governance for token engineers. That is like making it all round, making it all come together, right? I'm very excited. I only know as much as you guys do. So when I upload this presentation, you can click on this link. This is the Medium article that Angela wrote quite a while back, laying out a little bit of the structure. I know there is a 6th module, which is like called Refresher, but I have not really understood what this will entail, but I assume refreshers of the former set. So this is why it's not included on here. But yeah, so those are the 5 modules. Rohan, you want to add something?
Also, no, I mean, I just want to add that what we will be doing is we'll be using a lot of visual tools in terms of, mind maps, the machination tool itself to simulate a lot of and model some of these systems. So we will try to reduce, try to at least within our learning have as many visual tools as possible. That's our goal at least.
Yes.
Does that make sense, Stella?
Yes. Yeah. I think it makes perfect sense.
Perhaps to just add the 6th publication that's supposed to come out. What I understood in the presentation was that it's supposed to be basically a summary of the first 5. The most lessons learned, the most important,
So you had the same understanding. Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah.
Good. Okay, then that will probably be it. But yeah. And also, I'm sorry, I captured my mouse. And I'm super annoyed by it, but I decided to, for once, not give a shit. I'm sorry. Okay, so you guys, some of you saw our presentation, so we keep this short and sweet. Rohan, you want to get started?
Yeah, I'll just read through it. Basically, our goal is, again, to bring more diversity into the discipline of token engineering. We are, the systems that we are learning are pretty complex, and I think visual tools will help us really understand it and entangle them better. We are here to learn from each other. We are a peer-to-peer learning group. So me and Stella, again, we are a part of you guys. So anytime you guys learn something and you want to share it, it'll be great that if you can make presentations or anything that you want. Discussions are always open. And we are going to create templates for other visual learners that they can depend on in the future too. So our goal is also to build tools that others can use for the sessions later on. Yeah. You want to take this, Stella?
No, this is you.
Oh, this is me? Okay. Okay, so basically, why you should join, and Stella wrote, why the hell not? Basically, if you understand complex concepts better once they are visualized, if you like to review different perspectives on the same topic, so for example, different people from different disciplines always bring mental models that are very unique. And I feel like a group like this will have invaluable exchange of dialogue and ideas. if you come from a background that isn't necessarily technical. So that's maybe in some sense our pitch, that we are trying to do our best to break down the topics as simple as possible.
Yeah. Okay, so I know some of you guys already know the crypto economic flower that also Jose mentioned before. And it was really interesting to me that on Monday we saw that the total signups, I had 2,493 people, which is amazing. But the prior studies were very one-sided on the crypto economic flower. It was economics, like a lot of you guys in here, right? Computer science, and I made it computer science. Fine, ignore it. Engineering and data science and mathematics, right? So everything from like the more humanity side, or as Jose mentioned, non-STEM disciplines is actually missing. So it's not yet, a full crypto economic flower. So this is what we really hope to change with this specific study group, right? And like this doesn't mean you should feel excluded if you are actually belong to one of those disciplines. It's just something that we want to contribute in changing, because I believe truly functional longevity systems can only work if a lot of different perspectives were evaluated in the process of making them. And this is why I deem this as such an important thing. Okay, it's time for that, Rohan. Want to take it away?
Oh, I think somewhere here our plan kind of got mixed up, because I thought this was yours, but okay.
Sorry.
The quest for next week. So what we plan to do at least is we sign in for module 1. So there's a link on the presentation itself, and we'll also add it in our chat and our channel. So there's a sign in button. You'll have to sign in with your Google account, from what I understand. And that will allow you to see the module, the articles that are involved. And there's I think PDF that also has, Stella, can you share the screen? We can actually show them the module then.
Yeah, I can do that, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, don't get scared by all my tabs. I'm trying to make it look less scary.
But at least you organize them, yeah?
Yeah, right? Okay, so you will first have to go through this procedure of actually making an account on here. Otherwise, I don't think the system will take in whatever you've finished, right? And then you click on start the course. And yeah, you want to explain a little bit more? Rohan?
Yeah, so on the left side that you see all the articles that are involved. We'll have links to them. There'll be a video by the authors, from what I understand. Yeah, that'll explain what the article is about. Also, similar articles that are connected to them. I think the articles that we've chosen for next week, one of them is this one, right? Towards a practice for token engineering.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one, which is by Michael Zargam, the fifth one, yeah. Engineering ethics itself. So we will go through both of these articles. We will do it like a self-learning. Whatever questions we have, doubts we have, we can put up async on the chats, or we can discuss them during the call that we have next week. So the idea is, I think 2 articles a week is what we are going for. And we'll also cover the examination questions that have been given. So we will discuss, that's a PDF that has all the questions. And we will discuss them, and we'll figure out like what we think the answers are. That's from what I understand. The next session should go that way.
Yeah, and also important to mention, until actually the official launch of the course during DEF CON, this will just be the preview PDF. So the assumption is that the questions will not per se change, but they might slightly change, right? And right now you cannot officially take the exam. So this is why this is a download PDF and not the actual exam that you can do on the website. Just so you guys are aware. And yes, So now comes maybe the part where we show you guys where to find everything, right? So this is when I actually go to the Discord, and so you're now in this voice channel, right? Very important to note the chat we are using, for those who maybe don't know, the chat we are using during those sessions is here on the sidebar, right? So on your phone also you will find this little speech bubble that animates so nicely when someone is typing, and here you can find our chat. Then if you go into our Visual Learner Study Group right here, you have this wonderful thing called a pin. And so in this pin, you can actually find all the important stuff that was already pinned. And the most important part is actually this one. So you click on jump and it jumps you to this entry that I made. Here you can find the links, us as hosts, right? If you want to DM us for some reason or tag us and you cannot find us, the times in the different time zone, our Discord channel if you want to send this to someone else, our Notion, which Rohan is going to quickly run you through, module to link 1, so this is the link that Apostle just asked for, and the former sessions, meaning the Google Drive where I put the recording and also all the slides, and all the slides also have the links embedded. So I hope that explains where you can find everything.
Stella, you can explain the pinned stuff also, the pinned comments.
Yeah, so I think it's just our little introduction. I think this one I can actually delete now. Our little introductions, and yeah, this is what's pinned.
So yeah, all the important links will be there. You can just click on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Rohan, you wanna quickly go through the Notion so people
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
what they can expect from there as well?
Yeah, so our Notion page will be like updated. We will, as you scroll down, this explains basically all the details that you need, the links to where you can meet us, etc. When we go down, we can also see like the basic explanation of who we are, where the group is, where we'll meet, etc. The more important part, I think, for us is the sessions, where if you go lower, yeah, the session overview. So this will have all of the sessions that we cover. So the introduction on 12th September that we did, the session 1 that is happening right now, it'll have agenda, date, time. If you click on it, the page opens and you get all of the details about the session, what reading materials that we covered, the drive link which will have the recording and the articles themselves, the basic agenda of what we are planning to do, and hopefully by the end I'll also summarize what we did through the session. So like if you forget what has happened, you can just read the summaries of the previous sessions. So our plan is to continue making these pages for every session that we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can also open the second one. So yeah, here's when we'll update all the plans for the next study group. So we'll add both the reading material and the agenda for the next time.
Thank you, Rohan. I think, yeah, and now it's honestly it's up to you guys. Are there questions? Do you guys miss information at some point or another? What can we do to make this easier?
Yeah.
Stuff like this. So now's your chance.
Oh, so there was a question on chat, like when are we planning to finish the whole course? Stella, do you want to take that?
Hi, what?
Hello?
Banana chain? Were you saying something?
Yes, I was I was trying to recap briefly. So the one thing is the pinned messages on the Discord channel. Okay, you go down, there's among other Notion page and all the other information you post there.
Yeah.
And the second step would be on the Notion page itself, all the recap. And if you post anything that's sort of, let's say the homework or the things that we're going to do next time, that would be on the Notion page.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Perfectly
I'll just
correct.
to make sure. Thanks.
I mean, they will also be always part of the presentation, as we just showed you, right? So we're trying to give people like multiple access points to kind of a similar information. So I'm gonna upload the slides after our session to our Google Drive as well, so you can find them there. Yeah, Seeker, no problem. Gotta run. We'll see everyone next week. All the course modules you cannot find right now because they have not been released, Vishal. So you can find module 1 in what I just showed you in the Visual Learner Study Group, the pin, right? And then if you jump to my first one, it says module 1 link, right? And this is where you can find it. So I hope that explained that. No problem. When you're planning to finish the whole course, so our plan is obviously, you know, we wanna make this a win for the Visual Learner Study Group, right? So we want to finish this in 3 months. No, I think reality will also play a big factor. So we're gonna try to finish this in 3 months, and so it's really important you also do your self-study, right? Don't only do what we tell you to do, but also make your own agenda and make your own plan. You can think of the Visual Learner Study Club as like a crutch, right? But it will not relieve you from your own responsibility. Rohan?
Yes, and also if you cover more of the material like ahead of us, you can actually help us in the study group to discuss too. So I think it really helps being a little ahead of the study group.
Yeah. No, I think 3 months seems reasonable. I have the same fears as you guys, right? Getting into Python it's not easy for me because I really think better in visual scripting tools than in line coding tools. But I think we can do this, you know, and if we help each other and, you know, share also our struggles, which we will definitely have, I promise, then, you know, it's going to be fine, I think. We're going to solve these things. And we can even take exams together at some point, if this is something, you know, that feels like a good idea. We could even schedule taking the exams together, I think.
Yeah, Lutra has a question. Is there a time schedule for the exams?
No, it's really all at your own pace. So there is no, it's not even an order. If you first want to, you know, if all the modules are being released, I believe you can even take the last module exam before doing anything else, as far as I understood. So yeah, very open.
Yeah, and also once it's launched in October, I think we'll have the modules and the exams available from what we know.
Yeah, and I agree with Espir. Better to take slow instead of rushing in. Token engineering implies responsibility as per first article. Yes, agreed. I also stated this before, that I always feel very awkward when newly founded DAOs tell me, hey, have you heard about this tool? We can launch our token tomorrow. I'm like, no, let's not do it. Let's first figure out why we're here and why we're trying to do this. Yeah, no, me too. Like, I'm in. If you guys want to take the exam together, I'm in. Rohan?
Yeah, no, I was saying, do we want to take a picture maybe, if everyone's okay with it?
Oh yeah, that's
like
nice.
we can switch on our videos.
We're less enough people, so we can do it. If you guys feel up for it, you don't have to. Oh, look at Mark! Hi, Mark. Who else feels up for taking a picture together? Picture time, guys. Picture time. Ooh, look at Uriel. Hi, Lutra. Nice to see you guys. This is exciting. Anyone else who feels like the full face share? Okay, that is totally fine, guys. Okay. Who's this? Oh, Chris! Hi! Apostle of Finance! Woo! Okay, I'm gonna take a picture, so you better smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, took the pick.
Let's go.
About it too. Hello?
Yeah, Chris, what's up?
Yeah, so far, I've only had one to for the tokenomics classes at mechanics. From what I can't remember the person, but from what I get here, we're using other tools to help us learn this thing visually. So, can you describe the kind of tools that you think would be ideal for this study group, so that if anyone knows a tool or come across a tool, person can suggest it?
Yeah, so honestly, we are still deciding on some tools. We would definitely give you a better overview next week, especially when it comes to programming. You know, there are this was like my hardest choice, honestly, figuring out what's the coding editor to use, right? And I know that there's CatCat that also Rohan is taking. I'm in the Machinations study group. I think that's a very valuable tool. But I also think we should probably explore more tools than the ones that are already given here. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. That's
Also, it will help knowing what modules are later, like in October. I think that time we'll get better picture of what we need. Yeah.
True as well. We don't really know, we're not we're essentially, we know the same things that you guys know, right? So it's not like we have a special access to the other 4 modules yet. We don't really know. I can only assume from the structure that Angela gave in her Medium article overview what's going to await us. But yeah, aside from that, I'm dying of curiosity as well.
All right.
Yeah?
Great.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Jose is saying one point I'd like to make is if we can define a problem in computerizable terms, it should be acceptable as coding. Yeah, that's also a good way. You know how in high school math, because that's the last time I had to deal with math, we had to we essentially got these text problems, right? And then you had to translate them into formula. So I think if we can reverse engineer essentially, that would already be very helpful. And I'm sure together we can do this. I think that's what you mean, Jose. I hope.
And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to help people with Python. That I would love to teach Python to people. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And to you too, Stella. Even you're learning, I know.
Yeah. No. What? Chris?
Yeah, what language are you learning?
Oh, I didn't catch that. Did you catch it, Rohan?
No, I couldn't hear.
Awesome. Okay, other than Python, what other programming language are we going to be using?
I don't think anything other than Python is, from what I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I understood the same thing. Although, oh, sorry. Yeah? Who was speaking? Was someone speaking?
Yeah, we're fine. I think it's beginner friendly, so.
Yeah, I think what has started to help me a little bit was just, if I saw an interesting project just going on Etherscan and seeing if their Solidity code was exposed. And just, I think Solidity is very nice because the people who write those codes, they usually make a lot of notations on the code itself. So to me, it felt very helpful in at least the sense of understanding what is happening when in a code, not necessarily understanding the full functionality of the code yet, but just getting into, so this is the thing that has to happen first before the next action can happen, and so on and so forth. And then you can also see, for example, with this new idea of soul-bound tokens, I'm sure some of you have heard about it, non-transferable, how they are setting this up in, multiple layers of code. So understanding, I think, is understanding in the sense of understanding how the order is conducted is already a first good step of understanding, more in depth how all of these systems work. So if, you feel scared about code, just first read about code. Maybe not try to program hello world first, you know. although it's actually it's pretty nice. I have this, maybe I can share this with you guys. I'm doing, I have to find this. So there is this website
I think
called,
yeah, sorry, you can continue.
yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna post this in the chat quickly. So this is a tool that I've started learning Python with, and it comes with a book and it comes with online exercises. And it comes, you know, you're supposed to do it both at the same time. And to me, this is very helpful, especially because it doesn't use an external code editor, you know. So I was like, oh, great, I don't have to find out which one to download yet, you know. And yeah, so if you guys want to check this out, it's helpful. Yeah, you go, Rohan, sorry.
I was saying on the chat, like, I think Jose has written like 2 modules which seem to be missing are general dynamic systems and pseudocode. So yeah, he's right, like that machinations should actually cover all of the modeling needs that we have. Like modeling and simulation can actually be done in machinations, and we wouldn't necessarily need Python, from what I understand. Because I've heard Angela say this too, that they are agnostic to what systems we use, but I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna, like, don't quote me on this. Yeah. So machinations is a very good tool for modeling and simulations for us, yeah.
I approve this message.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you have more questions? Otherwise, we will reconvene this next week and we're gonna really start diving in. So don't forget reading those 2 articles. At like the minimum, best you would go through those 2, like essentially the first and the last module, right? And ideally, obviously, everything in between.
Yeah, and we'll share everything on the Discord channel, and it'll be updated on the Notion also. You can use either. Yeah.
Yes.
Bye, Mark. Yeah, nice having you.
Stella, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still very quiet, but Jose, I can hear you.
Yeah. You know, can you repeat what you said about soulbound tokens and coding? I missed that. I mean.
No, I was just meaning to say that, you know, reading code on Etherscan, at least in Solidity, can help you at least getting an understanding of the process. And I said with systems or with tokens such as soulbound tokens, where you need to have like multiple layers of Solidity code, it, you know, Etherscan kind of like shows those different layers of code as well. So you will have an easier time understanding what are the different layers and how they are being composed.
Yeah, but
does that make sense?
You know, but how does soulbound tokens figure into that?
Oh, this was just my personal example because that's something that I looked at the other day.
Yeah. You know, soulbound tokens are also extremely exciting. I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm too. I think that's gonna be a huge game changer, and I'm not sure if you've heard, but I think this is how they are gonna award us the certificate at the end of the course. They are working right now on a specific proposal, or actually the proposal I think went through, and yeah, so this is how we're gonna get our certificate. So we're gonna be one of the first receivers of a soulbound token, right? This is what we're working for. We're working for the token.
You know, we are
fighting
for a soul.
Wait, what? I think this was 2 people talking at once. What did you say, Jose?
I was just saying that we are fighting for our souls.
Why did you make it sound scary when I wanted to make it sound fun? Okay, Chris, what did you say?
Well, you're worried of the thing sounding scary. I'm saying the general idea of soulbound token sounds scary to me. I mean, if you have...
It could be. It doesn't have to be, I think.
I tend to be pessimist when it comes to certain kind of technology. So I think people will exploit it. So just imagine anyone sending something to like my wallet just to give me just a misdirect or give me a wrong replication online. I can burn that. Maybe there should be an option to burn that, yes, but I still have the record will always be on chain, right? So things like that, you can just spoil your track record, and there's so much competition to that. I think I read part of the paper and I also wrote an article about it in front. And at still, I still wasn't like satisfied with the technology. There's there's a podcast with is it on Bankless? Bankless, I think, of Vitalik and I've forgotten the other lady. So
Yeah.
they're comparing another another
watched
identity mechanism to Subbank. I don't know if you've seen that, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So-
Yeah, but you want to post it maybe also in our chat so the others can take a look?
I will look for the link. I'll send it to the Discord when I find the link.
Perfect. Yeah.
So that I was more like in favor of the other idea because that one wasn't constrained to the blockchain ecosystem, so it involved even the Web 2 world.
Yeah.
So you can carry your identity to platforms like Spotify, the Apple Music, and even Instagram, and you still have the same experience that the Soulbound token will give you without the risk of you losing like your reputation because of silly mistakes. So I don't know, Soulbound token. I don't know, maybe because it's proposed by big names like Vitalik. I don't like the idea personally. This is my thing. I don't like the idea.
No, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I also think, there is a reason why in the Token Engineering Academy, the people who put together this course, they decided, no problem, Banana Chain. The people who designed this course wanted us to start understanding the ethical side of token engineering first, right? There is a good reason for that. And the reason is that, I think this is, someone in science actually said this as a quote, just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean you should do it. So from an engineering point of view, just because you have the power to create something doesn't mean that you should create it, right? And the same thing counts for tokens. Like if we look at, the past few years only, how many millions in crypto have been, have gone rogue in a sense because of exploits, because of real hacks, because of
and even incentive
holistic
structure.
decisions. Yeah, one.
Like poor incentive structures really ruin entire projects also. Even Terra Luna, in some sense, you could say that it was a poorly designed system which caused this. So understanding incentive structures and token design is super important.
That's true.
Yeah. Also, like another point that is there in the article too, like we'll discuss this next week, but it's like, doctors have an oath that they take before they start practicing. Even civil engineers take an oath because they are building structures or what do you say, like they're building something that the public will use. And what we are building arguably in Web3 is also a lot of public infrastructure in some sense. We are building the roads or whatever, like in the metaphorical roads of the future. And so we have ethical, what do you say, responsibility to make sure we are doing it right.
Yeah, I'd like to emphasize a little more on that because basically what happens with tokens, I mean, it's anything of value can be tokenized. So actually, what's happening is a digital layer over everything, anything and everything. So it is not possible for any formal sort of a regulation to happen. It's for us to build the ethical standards, so that nothing untoward happen. Like something like Terra was actually identified as something very faulty, but not enough persons actually called it out. And those type of things really should happen. But what's really exciting and also scary is that anything can be tokenized because everything as value from some perspective or the other. So I mean the potential is used. Of doing creative and progressive things is huge, but at the same time it's also got a huge downside. It's for us to actually lay the foundation, the ethical standards and all.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It's and it's also a lot of the implications of the things we build, the second order effects of the things we build, we don't know, but at least with a value based motivator or optimization, like we can at least try our best to at least like we'll exponentially be better than the previous generation of technology if we are just more aware of the things we are building and the implications of. Yeah, and I think that's why the next two articles will be very interesting to discuss with all of you all. Yeah.
Just this question from Espir on the chat about how good we think the options are of getting a job after completing this course. I think the course is a good way to get started, right? It doesn't. I don't believe that after that you will feel like the perfect token engineer, right? I think the other part is gaining more experience. So I think I feel now kind of comfortable about talking, about Web3 and a lot of those connecting concepts because I've actually been experiencing it, right? I've been living for like 12, 14 months now in Web3 and, joining different DAOs, exploring different concepts. And I think that's like on the same level of importance. Joining Twitter spaces, checking out what others are doing. Like every morning I wake up between like 5 and 6 and I just, start reading, cross-reading obviously, like about 20 to 25 newspaper articles, or actually not newspaper, online blogs and stuff, to wrap my head around what's new on the block, right? So I think Rohan is like very active in that sense as well, and I think that is what gives you like also more of an idea what should you design, like where's the need, where are the issues, like analyzing all of those different things feels very important to me, I think, if that helps. Hope this helps. Yeah, you didn't get to introduce yourself. I mean, I'm still recording. You want to do it, Espir? I mean,
maybe we should do it when other people are here. Yeah,
they are typing. It's all good. And also, I wonder how many will make it through the course at the moment. I see it's like a hyper. Yeah, of course, it's also the 99 to 1% rule in Discord, generally speaking. Like, just because you have 100 people in, you think all 100 people are going to be active? No, right? Some of you might lose interest. Others might be overwhelmed. They, might have like real life issues, which you obviously cannot, factor in in advance often. So I think not everyone will make it through this course, but also remember, this is the first one. So if you don't make it this one, don't put too much pressure on yourselves, right? There is going to be a next one, and hopefully a next one and a next one. So take it easy is what we're trying to say, right? Like, yeah, Rohan, I feel like you want to add.
No, that I was just moving because I move all the time. But like, no, but I'm also saying that I think regardless of whether you finish the course, I think we should, like, our goal is also to build a community of people that will connect even after. So that will be nice. Like, whether or not you finish the course, we can still stay in touch, like all of us.
Yeah. One point which I'd like to make is
you're so quiet, Jose. Speak up, please.
No, is it better now?
Barely, but yeah.
Yeah, no, now,
yeah,
is it
now
better
it's
now?
so much better, yeah.
Yeah. My mic is away from. Okay, see, one point which I'd like to make is that, when I said that it's possible to have a digital layer over everything because of tokenization, it also means that when you add, stuff like, soulbound tokens and that, non-STEM areas, where all value flows can be tokenized, then the challenge which I put forward is show. I mean, when you bring in the aspect of exponential technologies, it's not, there are other aspects which are non-digital. Then one challenge which I really put forward is that show any problem in any area, and then we can have a tokenized way of approaching it, and that's so. That should be a kind of a motivation in that each and every person in your life, whether it is your profession or even if it's your family life, there's a way of actually bringing in a tokenization aspect to it. Now, this might sound funny, What is the challenge I put forward? Show me any area, and then I mean it's possible to actually define a token approach to it.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, I think I feel like the idea I had, which is very silly, but it was when I was at home. Like, I live with 3 people, and we struggle to sometimes do dishes and like do chores, like to divide the work. And I was actually wondering because the structure of the problem is very similar to the what do you say? Like, it's a tragedy of the commons kind of situation. And I was thinking of a token system through which we can actually motivate each other. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it should be a standing challenge to each and everybody. If this particular community cannot solve it, then we got to treat that particular person with something, with the pizza or something.
I mean,
that's interesting. Yeah.
It's a standing challenge. A standing challenge a standing challenge to everybody. Define your problem. See, the thing is that you can't. I mean, it's got to be something which you need and which is actually valuable to you for the thing. There's no point, defining a very an academic one. I mean the thing.
This is actually interesting, Sala. Like, we could actually take this up in the sense that by the end of the course, I think us as a group should be solving a problem together. Like, we all come up with, like, think of a problem statement and actually solve it. It'll be a cool group project together.
I mean, I have an even better proposition for you guys, because, why is this course free, right? Like, I'm sure some of you have asked this question. And the reason is because it can feed the same ecosystem again. So I'm sure some of you have heard that aside from the Token Engineering Academy, there's also Token Engineering Commons, right? So we could actually all join also the Token Engineering Commons server and figure out what's a problem that they need to be solved, right? And then take that on. I think that could be also very interesting in the sense of, looping back into the same ecosystem that has been providing value to us. I think that would be more holistic.
I'm part of the TE Commons, and I'm also involved in something called grassroots economics in Africa, in Kenya. The thing, apart from TE, token engineering is actually going through a kind of a big challenge in this treasury management and funds raising and all. So I'm also involved in that. So I'm neck deep in this. So anybody is interested in any of these particular things. But what I'm really most interested in your personal challenges for the singer. Like, Rohan, you were saying that we do one project. I think each person can have a problem which can at least be defined to the extent to which it is, computerizable or tokenized. Yeah, that's the challenge for each and every soul out here.
Define a problem. For me also, like, because I'll have a project, like a proper, well thought project by the end of the course too. I think that's very interesting for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Each and everybody. So it's also possible for one or two persons to combine together or in a group. But at the end of it, it's not the coding aspect. It's that tokenize. See, there's a very senior person called Sebnem. She goes by the name of Soul Sister also. So she's actually defined tokens as having godlike properties. So that actually really captures it. It can almost do everything. So if that be the case. In fact, she's the one who really sparked me up on suddenly one realized that that's correct, man.
Wait, who are you talking about? I didn't catch the name.
Her name is actual name is Sebnem. Ruchis. She used to be a Siemens very senior engineer, and she had her own, but she goes by the name of Soul Sister.
Okay.
So Soul Sister. But she.
Soul Sister. Okay.
Yeah. The thing, and she's one of these. There are very, very, very absolutely brilliant persons out here. In this particular, she's one of the many here. Yeah. So
I actually want to be a part of TC. I will. I mean, reach out to you separately, but that'll be great. Yeah. I want to know how to get involved also.
Yeah. No. In fact, there's so much to be done, and I mean, anybody is interested in participating more seriously, I can point you, because actually now I've written a strategy paper for TEC as a whole, and that's also token based. This thing, it's a twin token based thing for this thing. Pretty high level, and the point is that these things have got to be sold to the to the community. So if if you have a problem, say Rohan, selling that particular strategy, the token strategy, to your family will be a challenge. That's non-trivial, and that will always be there.
No, without question, there are a lot of things that need solving, which is why we're here, right? We have all come to that realization. So I think most of the guys have jumped out. I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you, Jose, for sharing and also being encouraging to others. Thank you, Espir, for joining, and also Pilo, like we didn't have an introduction from you. I'm sorry. Next time. And Chris. And I'm gonna upload the recording and the slides ASAP. So I will provide the link also once more in the chat and in the pinned message, obviously. And I guess we see you guys next week. It was really nice having you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Sir and Rose, for conducting it so brilliantly. Anyway, I hope you have more of this.
We'll give our best.
Okay, it's all Stella though. I'm just helping around.
No, that's not true. You liar. He's like the Notion magician. Without him, Notion would look like a construction site, to be honest. Okay, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, babe.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.